All right, hello. I'm super excited to be taking suturing and especially excited to be taking it with you, Audra. So, yeah, it's gonna be a great term. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a video submission because I'm better with speaking than I am with writing, and I have my phone here to look at the questions as I'm going. So this is for question 2, and the first part of the question is asking about the ethics of midwifery's role on lacerations with suturing. So I think it's really important that midwives have an understanding of what to do when it comes to suturing, that they should be well equipped to examine a birthing person and to understand what degree tear it is, and if it's coming together nicely or if it's asymmetrical, and if they believe that they can do the repair and they can do it well. If they feel like any of those check boxes are not met, then it's always really important to have a colleague come that has a better understanding or to transfer care. Midwives have a huge knowledge of repairs, and I think that that rug has been slowly pulled out from under our feet. I am sure there's many individuals many years ago that had third-degree tears that were performed by midwives, and that's now not the norm. And I think because it's not the norm for midwives to be extremely equipped and knowledgeable in a repair, I think that the education surrounding repairs is not as well done anymore. So I think that it is unfortunate, but it is where we are at in history. And for a midwife that is kind of fresh out of school, if we are unsure about the repair that we are doing, then we should always seek advice of our colleagues. So kind of the question is, what do we do about this repair? Do I feel equipped to do it, or do I need to pass it along in order to benefit the client and their long-term health? The next part of this question, theorize why knowing and upholding comprehensive and compassionate suturing skills is a consideration for you as a midwife. One, I think it's really important to be knowledgeable in it, and if you feel like you're unsure or you feel like, you are forgetting things, or you don't remember things from school, or you haven't seen this type of damage in a long time, then you should always pull in, like I said, pull in a colleague, ask the questions, gain more information before doing the repair. And always come at it from extremely, compassionate side. These clients have just been through a life-changing experience, and they need lots of tender love, compassion, and great education when it comes to doing repairs. One of the studies that I looked at that was in the resource list was talking about midwives. I can't remember the exact study, but was talking about, I'll link it so that you know which one I used, but was talking about, it looked in the UK about how midwives do repairs, and one of them was like, these are the amount of repairs that were done, and these midwives stated that they hadn't done repairs in over 6 months. So when that occurs and you haven't done a repair in a really long time, it's important to be on your toes, knowledgeable about the steps, because we often can forget, and as midwives it needs to be just pulling it out of the filing cabinet. And then any limitations or influencing factors for performing. So any limitations would be, for me personally, would be a third-degree tear. We would go in for that. A second-degree tear that I've never seen or I'm really unsure about. And then a first-degree tear. Any limitations there, if it was an unusual tear that I was really unsure about, specifically up by the labia minoris, at the top, and then if it's by the clitoris, any of that I'm not quite sure about yet. So those would be questions I would pull upon a colleague and ask and understand, and maybe in this class I will gain that knowledge and feel more comfortable. But as of right now, those would be limitations I have. And elaborate on your philosophies of providing minor surgical repairs Yeah, I've seen a wide variety, and as a midwife, I think it's always best to leave it, actually. I don't know if that is the, answer from the general public, but I think that vulvas are incredible and often heal on their own, and when you are suturing, you are creating more damage with every poke. So for a very small minor tear, I really would recommend staying in bed, giving yourself lots of really, really great nutritious food, um, and not doing too much. Not climbing stairs, not getting in and out of bed with your knees, kind of separated. Um, yeah, not like putting on pants crazy and all that. So that would be the education I would provide. And as far as like comprehensive, like big suturing things, third degree, anything that involves muscle, anything that I'm just unsure about, if it is a third degree or if it kind of is a second, I would call upon a colleague or I would go in. But hopefully I won't after I take this class and I have more being comfortable going forward.